Boogaloo.
How many
All right.
games have we played? I wonder.
God, I would have to track. I mean, Shelby's YouTube videos can help the counting. I'll tell you that. Uh, all right. So last we left off, the crew of the Valiant, upon learning the new revelations of what Donaris Vex, the architect, was up to, trying to stop this calamitous event, this creature, this beast from breaking within the astral wall, has told you about this event that happens every time that the wall is about to be broken. This enigmatic loop that resets this universe, this plane of existence. And that he's been, with every loop, garnering and gathering forces for his own sake and power for his own right, so that maybe one day he's able to stop the beast. With your collective talking points and your very convincing plans, specifically from the captain and from you and Bayhorn and Fukler, you all made a type of sort of religious pact with him. Not entirely a clerical one or warlock one, more of a you will help us and we will help you. So you had him ascend into a new godly being known as Astriel, the god of hope, throwing the entirety of the pantheon into some sort of right and chaos. Afterwards, there was several things that happened on the ship. Training, for one, from Fukler and training the B team to get up to snuff with their current capabilities. Kaisai was helping out and with the training as well. Bayhorn accidentally figured out some new capabilities with his back tattoo and accidentally caused several fires and left a very large dent in the ship, which thankfully didn't take too long to fix after a day's worth of work. Kaisaya managed to talk to her father, as Bayhorn managed to talk to his father and mother. With Bayhorn talking to his mother and father, left him with more revelations and more of a resolve. Kaisaya got a little bit something more. These two interesting books. One that was brown, wet, and tattered, and the other one that was more holy in nature. Said it was belonged, or at the very least, it can lead to Seraphis Callum. When she gave the book over to you, Fugler, you managed to figure out that it was some sort of book written in your hand, or at the very least close to your hand. And there was a hint in the back that to say to go after the sword of Seraphis Callum, which was left somewhere in the realm of Warrior's Rest. Beyond that, as the day grew closer to the end, Bayhorn and Chakna had hummed up with a plan to fuse these two weapons that Fukler had once held, a Sable Theorem blade and the Astral Sword, to combine it into one new entity, one new weapon for him. And with some grueling checks and some grueling foraging, after exhaustion on both Bayhorn and Chakna, after their combined work made this masterworked blade, which Bayhorn so bequeathingly called the Star Theorem blade, which is now in your possession, Fugler. So that's where we'll leave for today. We'll continue on, and Fugler, you are now in the possession of your new sword. So it's already in your inventory, as I already think you've already seen.
No, I need to reload my page.
Fair enough. I've already put it in your inventory. I haven't equipped it for you yet because it does require an attunement slot, so you need to figure out what you need to deattune.
Do I need to delete the Astral Blade and the Sable Theorem Blade?
You do, yes.
I
They're no longer in your possession.
I'll
And
get rid of both of them.
and with that, what do you guys do? Right now, Bayhorn is currently being propped up and taken over to his room. Chakna is helping clean up because even though yes, he's exhausted, he's been through some grueling forge work before. And Fukler, you are now just in awe with your new blade.
Yay.
What do
Wait,
you
the
guys do?
reach is only 5 feet? Oh
Oh,
no!
yeah, the reach is only 5 feet. It's a blade. Well, it's a great sword. It should be 10.
It should.
It should be 10. I'm not too sure why it's 5.
Alright. We'll fix that later. We'll
Yeah,
fix that later.
but everything else should be there.
Yes. You have a +3 to bonus attack and damage rolls made this weapon, so it's a +3 sword. That's awesome. Deals. Who just said Pinchana? I heard Ari in the distance.
No, it was Cedric's mom.
Deals an additional 2d6 radiant damage on hit. Sheds bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet. Once per long rest, the wielder can cast Banishing Smite 5th level. Oh boy. Sable Theorem Enhancement. Attacks made with the Sable Theorem Blade are considered magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity to non-magical attacks and damage. Mystic Resonance. Once per day, the wielder can spend a bonus action to attune the blade to a specific creature type, e.g. undead fiends. Yeah, this seems pretty consistent, except it's 2d6 this time. Shadow Ward. When wielder, Sable Theorem blades against Shadow type magic. And here's the extra thing. Astral Wound. A creature hit by the Sable Theorem blade can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn, as astral fissures ripple through its existence. It was too big to be called a sword, massive, thick, heavy, and far too rough. Indeed, it was a heap of raw iron. Beautiful. It's something to be awed at. It's wonderful.
It's also something that you can barely fit through any of the doors on the Valiant, by the way.
Don't break my ship.
Like here's the thing. You're taller than it, and you have trouble fitting through some of the doors.
Boy.
At the very least, you can bend and contort yourself. This is a straight slab of iron.
Gotta figure out how to use this properly.
So, let's start off with you, Kaisai. What do you want to do today? It is nearing the end of the day.
Good. I will. I will check in on everyone.
Okay.
That's
Well,
probably the best idea.
who are you gonna check on first? Everyone is kind of at awe of what's just happened. Bayhorn's already been chauffeured out with the Soul Day back to his room to get some rest. Chakna is cleaning himself up and cleaning up the remainder of the area, and Finnegan's just trying to get the lowdown from the whole entire crew of what the hell just happened since he missed the whole thing.
It's beautiful.
They're just standing there going, oh. I will approach Fiabella.
You're gonna approach Fiabella? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Fiobella's kind of just standing around, looking around. She kind of looks at you and she says, "Oh, hey, what a interesting crew we have, huh?"
Interesting crew for sure.
What is it that you need?
Just checking on you. See how you're doing.
Uh, I mean, I'm doing all right as far as everything's considered. Why you ask? Just to check up on me?
Yeah, see if you need anything or want anything. Go anywhere.
Um, well, it's not really that simple. We are planes and existences away, but I am curious about my husband. I hope he's doing all right. I'm not exactly able to message him because since he is an infiltrator for Quadratum, he is constantly protected by divinity magic, so if I were to go look for him, I would have to go back to Erisire or the moon and try to find him that way. I'm sure he's already noticed my disappearance unless they're hiding it from him. Which, do honestly, with everything that's been going on with Quadratum, is honestly more likely.
Well, then we'll add that to our list of things to do.
Oh boy. Okay. I mean, it's nothing as. I mean, to me it's important, but comparatively to everything going on here, it's. You know, it's kind of wild.
Well, we have
I
some
think.
time.
I know, it's just I think my priority is probably a little bit lesser, don't you think?
No,
No?
no. Everything has equal priority. So we'll add Erisire back to our list.
Okay. We'll add it back to the list then. Thanks. I appreciate it.
No problem. Mm, I will also check in on Glenn.
Glenn, okay. Um, that didn't upload how I wanted to. Oh well. With Glenn, you said?
Mm-hmm.
You see that Glenn is currently, you know, kind of standing a little bit standoffish from the rest of the crew as they're currently talking to Finnegan and telling him exactly what has happened. But Glenn does notice you walk up to her and she kind of just waves a little greeting hand towards you and, "Hey, Cap,
Glenn.
kind of a little bit interesting time we had here, huh? Feels like every day is kind of like a party, right?"
Every day is a party. Good or bad, that depends on the party.
Yeah. So what's up?
I'm checking in on you, seeing how you're doing.
I've been having kind of a headache recently, but I think it's just because I'm probably not eating right, I guess. I'm never really so used to these wonderful meals that Fugler makes. I'm always used to the cafeteria or the mess hall over at Strixhaven or camping gear, dried nuts, dried meats, stuff like that. I know you've talked about the whole. You've told us about how Daenerys and how the architect is no longer who he is, but I don't know. From what I've seen, it's just so off. Everything feels weird. I don't know what to think anymore, honestly.
Well, what help do you need? Get thinking correctly.
You get thinking correctly?
And make things feel better.
Well, I would like to figure out what happened to my old crew. I would like to talk to this architect if he would be willing to talk to me. And maybe I'd probably be able to talk to my family. I'm pretty sure my mother and father have realized by now that haven't been keeping up with them as of late. I would send them a message on your slab, but how do I explain all this? How do I explain that I hunkered down with a group of spacefaring adventurers and we're now off to fight the universe, I guess?
Just as you said it.
You're a little too literal sometimes, Captain.
Yes, I know.
Not every person is going to just gladly accept that.
I'm aware. But it's a place to start.
It is, but I don't think my father or my mother would be so. They would probably think it's just a joke. I still need to find Vlad and Blath as well. I don't know where they went. I hope they're alright.
You can always try sending Slab them.
I have already. They just either don't answer me or it just drops. I'm kind of afraid for the worst. I know they're alive because sometimes it'll connect, but I don't hear anything back. So I'm afraid they might be in a position where I was when I was stuck in that crystal. The last time I saw them, we were running in that sewer system in that castle. And then now, after I got transported to that weird dimension and then came back, I was frozen in that crystal and then I woke up to you guys freeing me. I don't know what it could be. If we can find them, I would be more in your debt than I ever was.
Well, we can
Until
attempt
then,
to.
what do you suggest?
Your memories, for one.
We've already tried that. You saw them. My memories were a jumbled mess. They were, I guess you could say, scrambled like an egg.
Then we'll take our
Like,
time and unscramble them.
yeah. I think we have a little bit more pressing matters now.
Well, in a way, we did take care of the architect, so we have a little bit more freedom. He said he would assist us in stopping what he'd set in motion.
Okay,
There's a
that's
little
good.
things there. We have a little bit more free of time. to do things that we want or need.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. If I'll keep searching on my own as well. I'll try to keep sending them messages. I'll figure out some way if I can track their location. I can't exactly track people on different planes, but if they're on the same plane as I am, it'll be a little bit easier.
Well, luckily we'll be plane hopping for quite a while.
And if I get a hit, I'll let you know.
Perfect.
Anyways, I am going to look around and grub for any of Fukler's desserts. It is getting pretty late, and I have a sweet tooth going on. So I'll catch you later.
I will wave goodbye.
She just leaves. Anyone else you would like to check up on?
Considering how late it is, no.
Okay. Fukler, what would you like to do since it's getting so late?
Fugler's probably gonna go to bed. He can't do anything today that he can do tomorrow.
Okay. So you'll head off to bed with Bubbles at your side as he's waddling next to you. And then that leaves us with Bayhorn. You there, Cedric?
Bayhorn's dead.
You're exhausted. Yeah,
He's
Solde eventually drags you to your room. She undresses you, she places you into bed, and she starts to rub the top of your head, and she says, "Is there anything you need? Late night food? Drink?"
Bayhorn is unresponsive.
She reaches over to your bag and she pulls out the journal that you were given, and she puts it next to your bedstand. Read it whenever you're ready. I'm excited to see what it has. I am going to say hello to Fiobella. We have a little play date in the holodeck. Catch you later. And she leaves. All right. With everyone going off their separate ways and the night comes to a close, it is a well-needed rest for Bayhorn and Chakna, and for everyone else as the excitement has calmed down after witnessing such a masterful and insane craftsmanship happening in the forge.
Minus
Yes.
Finnegan.
What'd you say, Cedric?
Said minus Finnegan.
Minus Finnegan. I know, poor Finnegan. With the ship getting new upgrades and the team starting to train on the regular thanks to Fukler's persistence, and the night comes to a close with nothing happening, no visions, just a very restful sleep. The morning is yours, so Bayhorn, since you went to bed the quickest, since you were the one who just was exhausted going to bed, you wake up still feeling sore everywhere, but the morning sun of Mechanus is starting to shine through your window. Isolde's next to you, perfectly asleep. Seems like she stayed up a little bit longer than you did.
What happened?
You feel a lump next to your side, and it's kind of hard like a rock.
Is it organically
Answer.
hard?
It's pretty organically hard.
Is it one of the land sharks?
You kind of like lift up your blanket and you take a look, and it's Bubbles.
Bubbles, you've graced me with your presence this morning.
Kind of crawls up next to you, and he kind of just rubs your side.
Hello, Bubbles. And Bayhorn... Can Bayhorn still do this?
Before you're able to do anything, Bubbles just gets up, stretches, and he walks over you, hitting your throat on the way down.
Bubbles! What the hell, man?
He jumps off the bed and he just leaves.
Alright, you know what? Alright, fine. Oh, man. Let's see how we are, Bubbles. I'll remember this.
He kind of turns to you and he looks at you, and in perfect common, he says, "No one will believe you," and he leaves.
Tell that to the camera in my room as he gets up.
No, he says that to you.
No, I know. I mutter back to him. Tell that to the camera in my room as Bayhorn starts to like sit up in bed.
You don't have a camera.
Then suddenly, Bayhorn,
you know.
you realize, Bayhorn, you sit up and you realize it's a camera.
It is a crystalline set to record events.
That doesn't exist, idiot.
Kind of rice. Oh, the sticky fried rice.
Sausage and sticky fried rice. Let's go. Damn, he's getting a good lunch. Damn, he's getting good lunch.
No,
Rice.
I'll eat some later.
The rice?
Yeah.
Later? Okay. Hello, my later.
Okay. Just leave me a little bit. You can eat some. You can eat some.
All they take me power.
Oh.
Stop stretching.
Alright, my fault. Oh. Do my bones still ache?
Yeah.
Could
I mean, you're not.
does restoration help me recover my aching bones?
Well, here's the thing. It's like you're not exhausted anymore. It's just like you're rested. It's just like you just had a really rough day at work yesterday.
Okay. Bayhorn will get out of bed and he will kind of probe his back tattoo. Like magically. How does it feel?
Less raw than the day before. It still hurts, but it doesn't hurt to the touch anymore. It's just more of that like aching feeling that you have just in general.
Okay. I will cast second level lesser restoration and first level cure wounds on it as like a
Mhm.
slapping ointment on it. And I'll
Okay.
go about my day again.
It's much better now. It feels better to the point where it doesn't ache that badly. It still aches, but nothing too extreme.
Yeah, I'll just be doing this whenever I wake up every morning to help it like kind of heal, to give it a magical ointment.
Okay.
But Bayhorn, where's my list of things to do? I did this. Wait. I'm gonna go down to the forge,
You're gonna go down to the forge again.
and I'm gonna
Okay.
take my notebook with me.
Okay. Go down the forge with your book. The early morning since you went to bed first, it's very quiet. Although, as you're making your way down to the forge, you see, there's already somebody there, and it is Simulacrum Kaisaya, as she's currently overlooking the engineering room's status, making sure that everything's okay, because the new drive system was put in place last night thanks to Finnegan's final hours of work on it. So you now have an ethereal drive ready. And thankfully, since the simulacrum doesn't need to sleep, she's just checking on things. Although your simulacrum is asleep for some reason.
Well, he has to work all day on the forge. I don't blame him.
But you know that that simulacrums don't need to sleep.
Oh well.
He's just lazy.
He's a
Well,
lazy bastard.
he'll be working all night whenever it counts. So
Mhm.
I feel like this is a
You see
compromise
he's made a, like
worthy.
you see he's made like a little like hammock like system filled with like blankets.
Oh, so he
He's
took
kind
over
of-
my bed.
He's kind of taken over your old bed down there, yeah.
I mean, that's fine. If he's not gonna use it, I would use it.
Yeah.
Has he been working on anything else since I've been gone? Work
Uh,
around.
he cleaned up the rest of the space because I'm assuming Chakna was forced by Kaisai to go to bed, and Chakna wasn't able to finish cleaning. And you see that the place is now like brand new. So it seems like he basically spent all night cleaning up the mess you two left last night.
Hey man, it's Fuku's fault.
What?
What? So what would you like to do now that you're in the forge?
I'm going to go find our stash of nice like charcoal and like fuel for the forge. Like not the regular shit. I know we keep some nice shit in storage.
Yeah, you open up one of the storage lockers and it's kind of a mess. So roll me a quick investigation check to see if you could find the good coal.
The good coal.
The good
Good
coal.
kush.
The good coal.
A
The
24.
coal that you buy at Lowe's that are like $30 a bag.
Yeah.
You actually do find some pretty good slabs of coal. They're all shaped and pressed into like little cube formations. They're
It's
in a
all of
smaller
Chakna's
pouch.
barbecue coal.
No, no, not his barbecue.
Bayhorn's gonna take a little bit of it, like maybe
Mhm.
a brick or two,
Okay.
and with the hilt of one of his daggers, he's gonna break the first one up into like maybe 4 or 5 smaller pieces.
Yeah, as you break this coal up, since this is Chakna's personal stash, as you break the coal into these pieces, you notice that inside the coal, there's these little red little glimmers, like these red little sparkles inside. You don't know what those are.
What the fuck is this? He's gonna take a look at it, see if he can figure out what it is first.
Roll me a nature check.
Okay, I won't figure it out then. I rolled an 11.
You have no idea what those are. They're bright, they're red, they're small, and they're just littered on the inside of the coal that you found.
Eh. Bayhorn will take the 5 smaller pieces and he'll nestle it with Reuben. And
You
say,
see
this
that
is
as
this is a little bit of a treat for working so hard for me yesterday.
You see that Reuben's small, exhausted flame is still recovering, and it like slowly crawls over the coal. And as it starts to crawl over the coal, you notice that on the inside of the coal, those little red little sprinkles, you hear little poppings, like wood pop formations. As they start popping, you see like glistenings of oil flowing out of the coal.
What is this, solidified oil?
And then as soon as the oil starts to like seep out of the coal itself, the fire starts to roar a little bit louder, and you see that the fire starts to get much larger now.
Does Reuben feel a lot better now?
He looks a lot better.
Alright, Bayhorn is going to seems like he doesn't really need the whole like second or third, fourth piece that I have. So he's gonna take the second piece, break it in half, and he's gonna put one half on kind of the far end where Reuben is, and say, "All right,
Mhm.
buddy, if whenever you want more, there's this one right here. But it seems like you're okay with those 5 little pieces, so I'll let you
Mhm.
enjoy those for now."
Okay.
And he'll put the rest of it back up since he doesn't really need it. He didn't know how powerful this shit was. Imagine having an intelligent forge flame. You can just ask it to be a certain temperature and it just does it.
Right.
That's crazy. Usually that means you have to stoke the fire a whole bunch. Would my forging been like really difficult if I didn't have like an auto stoke for Reuben?
If you want to make one, there is none right now.
No, Reuben is the auto stoke. He's the guy
Oh,
who
that's right,
keeps
yeah.
the fire steady. I'm saying, would it have been
Yeah.
harder?
Yeah, it would have been a little bit harder. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna walk up to the captain and be like, so what are you doing up this early? Because he doesn't know who it is.
This one does not need to sleep.
Ah, you're the other captain. So what are you doing over here so early?
Ensuring the new drive will work.
Is this it? And he
Mm-hmm.
looks at whatever she's looking at. He doesn't
Yes.
know what a drive is.
It's a giant crystalline. Not as
Is it?
big as the
He's not a
actual
shipwright. He's a
engine.
blacksmith.
You know, you're fine. It's not as big as the engine, but it's a decent sized crystalline that's been plugged up.
So where's the ship it goes into?
It's plugged into
Aren't we
the
supposed
ship.
to have a smaller one?
What do you mean?
Is it plugged into the Valiant or is it plugged into a smaller fighter ship?
No, it's plugged into the Valiant.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be plugged into a smaller ship
No,
that
it's
you
plugged
can
into
like
the
drop
Valiant.
out of the cargo hold.
Oh, we're not there yet.
Well, as he taps the crystalline with his finger, hopefully that the crystalline I cast it into is helping out.
So far it is.
It seems fine. All right, now let's see. Did that off my list. I fed Ruben.
Did you feed yourself?
Nah, I just woke up.
That you didn't feed yourself.
Nah, it's pretty quiet in here now that I've only woken up by myself. I'm not used to this. Adrian, how difficult is it gonna be to do the armor tempering for the powder to give myself the permanent effect?
Oh, it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time, and it's gonna take a lot of good checks. You feel like if you were to do it, you would be out of commission for a few days, even with restorations.
How many days is a few days? What are the repercussions of me doing this today?
Today? Well, you would spend the rest of your day to do it today, and if Chakna's not available to help you, the rolls would be one higher for you to reach because he was helping you last time. And if you were to succeed in doing it today, which would take you the entirety of the day, you would also be doubling up on some exhaustion. Not exactly doubling up exhaustion points in terms of in game, more of just sometimes your body needs some rest after a long days of work.
I'll hold that off for maybe tomorrow.
Is there anything else you would like to do in the forge?
Um, I'm gonna I'll spend some time refining the shotgun shells that I was making. I'll make like another shell or two. This
Okay.
time using half and a quarter of what I used the first time.
Okay, it's not that hard to do. Go ahead and make me a forge check.
It was pretty hard. I'm gonna roll silvery barbs.
Damn.
I rolled a natural one. I don't think I like that. Okay, that's a little better. Can I get a crit? Nah, 29.
29.
Yeah. Something easy.
Something easy. Yeah, you managed to create your shotgun shells. How many were you looking to create?
I was just gonna make like one or two of each type.
I would say with your high roll and with the smaller amount that you're making, I'd say you'd make two just fine.
Yeah. So one of each.
Yeah, one of each.
Perfect. I will now need to find somewhere to test that. That's not in the middle of the early morning.
Fair.
Mayhorn assumed that if he tries using this in the holodeck, he will hit the ship.
Well, it's the beauty of the holodeck. You were told that anything in the holodeck is very well protected, especially when you're doing training in the combat variety. And if anything were to get punctured or broken, you're gonna have to fix it anyways.
Yeah, that's what I don't want to do. Bayhorn's gonna take his shells and mark them with like a piece of like fine charcoal, which is going to be his equivalent of a Sharpie. And he's going to mark the sides of the shells with 1/2 and 1/4 corresponding with how much he used, so he
Mhm.
doesn't forget.
Okay.
And he'll slip them. Actually, I know what I could do. I'm gonna spend some time and actually make something that shouldn't be too hard to make.
What
Okay.
you doing
The
during my
shotgun
day?
has a strap, right?
It
Like a sling.
does. It does have a sling, yeah, so you can put on your back.
Okay, Bayhorn is going to like kind of put it on his like back, test out to see like the lengths and everything, and he's going to pinch the lengths that are, like from kind of like a little higher than the top of his like pectoral, all the way down to like kind of where his mid stomach is, and he's going to use that as the length of his is it a bandolier?
It is a bandolier.
And this is not what he intended on using it for, but he's going to take out the slad leather that he's had for near a year
Ooh.
and just kind of work on making this bandolier. And then
Okay.
when it's about time for breakfast, a little before that, he'll stop and he'll actually take a crack at the book, at the journal.
Well, I gotta ask, do you have leatherworking tool?
Yep.
All right, go ahead and make me a leatherworking tool check, please.
Is it the same as my forging tools?
It is.
A
Because it goes
28.
off your 28. As you take the slad leather, you still see that due to its inherent nature for slad skin, it's still like it has like that weird like not moist, like completely wet, but you can definitely tell like it still kind of secretes that like slad like type of gastral juices, which is easy for you to clean. Um you're kind of looking at the slad leather since it's such a tougher leather to work with, and especially because you've barely worked with it. You could use all of it to turn it into what you want to turn it into with your high roll. It's just going to take you a few hours to, at the very least, dry it, cure it to the right formation that you want, and to cut it up and
Well,
use
I'm
the
not trying to use
majority of
all
it.
of it.
Okay.
I don't think it should take me that much to do this. It's only like it should be like a strip of slad leather that's maybe like 1.5 times, 2 times
Okay.
the length of what I'm using, because
Okay. I thought you
I'm
were
just making
gonna.
loops.
Okay. I thought you were
No, I'm
making the whole
sewing.
thing. Okay.
No, I'm sewing in like loops for shotgun
Okay.
shells.
So
I'm
the
not
loops
gonna
are
try and
okay.
make an entire thing,
I thought you were gonna make a whole thing.
like
Okay,
a
no.
new strap for it.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. Okay, so
no.
so the loops then are so much easier. Yeah, it'll
Yeah,
take you
no.
maybe an hour, and maybe just like probably like an eighth of the leather that you have.
I'm surprised they haven't already cured from all the shit that I've been doing in the forge.
Yeah, but you barely worked on it. Like you have it, you just don't pay attention to it. It's like
Yeah.
you said, you've had it for like real life. You've had it for like a year and some months, but
Yeah.
in game you've had it for like maybe 3 or 4 months.
Yeah. All right. So it's gonna take like what, like a pound or two? What's it gonna take?
How much do you have?
Pound sounds like a lot.
A pound's a lot
Uh,
for leather.
10 pounds.
10
I
pounds?
harvested a lot. There were like 3 large slads, and I harvested a lot.
I would say like half a pound.
Okay, so I'll redo this to like 9.5.
Yeah, you have a lot of leather. But as soon as you're
I
finished,
can't do .5s.
oh, well then just bring it down to 9. We'll say you have a little extra on the side.
Alright. Yeah, I'll do that. And I guess as I'm letting it cure and dry, I'll crack at the book. That actually makes it convenient for me.
Do you want to crack at the book here in the forge, or do you want to go get breakfast?
Well, breakfast isn't ready yet. Nobody's awake.
Kai Sai is about to be awake.
Our chef isn't awake.
That's true.
Yeah, we don't
So
want the
Bayhorn's
cookie.
gonna take his chair that he's stashed in the forge for whenever they want to yap in the forge, and he's gonna prop his feet up on his work desk, and he's gonna read the book.
Okay. The
Because
book.
he has chairs everywhere, mind you.
So I have to ask you, where do you want to start reading?
He's gonna flip to the table of contents if there is one, but I don't think there is one because it's a journal.
There's not. It's a personal journal. There's several entries that are random. Some of them have names to them. Where do you want to start? I have a beginning, a middle, and an end.
He'll start at the beginning, and then as he finishes reading that, he'll kind of like flip through the pages, like how you do, just casually flipping through the pages of a book, and any entry he seems interesting, he'll stop at. Eventually he'll read the whole thing, but for now it's more just to see.
Okay. As you start to open up and flip the first pages of the journal entries, it starts with the first general entry that doesn't really have like a chapter name or anything. It just has a location name.
With 5 power levels and a 3-year warranty. It's a
Okay.
top-rated product on Amazon, which means relaxation.
The location name is called the Floating Monastery of the Wind-Bent Palm.
You'll love. When we were little, we discovered
Master Haro gave me this book today. He said,
it's time to
you've mastered every kata I can teach, but
what really
you still haven't mastered your own mind. Try writing. Put the storm somewhere where it can't drown you. The pages smell like salt and cedar. I'm afraid to ruin them. I don't know what I'm supposed to write. I'm not a poet or a monk. I'm just a boy with too many questions and a sword too big for his hands. But maybe that's enough for now.
Cribbit.
The sea was quiet today. The kind of quiet that feels like it's listening. And then it keeps going. The Reef Shade Steps. I disarmed an intruder on the monastery grounds this morning. A smuggler, no older than me. When I knocked his blade away, he looked at me not afraid, but relieved.
Performing on the biggest stage in the world was just one
He
step
said, "You felt like someone who doesn't want to." I didn't know what to say. He's right. I don't want to fight. I just want people to stop giving me reasons to. He's been fed and given clean clothes. Master Haro says we do not punish desperation. I think that's why I stay. This place reminds me that I don't need to be sharp or cruel to have a purpose. Still, I started sleeping with my sword closer to the mat, not out of fear, out of habit. The tides mirror bay. The boat leaks, the compass doesn't match the stars, and I think I'm getting somewhere. I passed a pot of skyfish this morning. Yes, skyfish, creatures made out of shivering vapor and light, flying low over the sea like they're gliding through dreams. The sea has jokes, it seems. I'm learning to sail by feel, not by chart. There's a rhythm here. If I listen, I don't get lost. I think that's true for more than the ocean. I'm not ready to be a hero. I'm not even sure what that means. But I want to see every island, every horizon. I want to help where I can and understand what I can't. If no one remembers me, that's fine. But let the sea remember that I was kind. Then you see that in between the first few entries and some of the entries in the middle, there's illustrations, drawings of the sea, drawings of fish, deer, people that you've never seen before. You see a walking golem. You see a young woman tiefling. You see a man who kind of shimmers in the sky or like shimmers in the stars. Kind of have like these weird speckles of dust on his skin. You see others too. You see a short, stout gnome or dwarf with a large mustache and a large like sun hat. Um, then you see they're all just on different descriptions of standing on a boat or standing on some sort of wooden structure. Then the journal entries renew again in the middle point, where now it actually has a title. Journal entry 7th Tide of the Moonwind Cycle. Isle of the Serene Treads. The monks here don't speak unless necessary. I envy them. They taught me how to move like water, how to listen for violence and silence, and how to let the weight of a sword become a whisper instead of a scream. Master Harrow said I carry too much of the storm in me, too much of my past
We discovered
fire.
how much fun it is to move.
Perhaps, but when I can. When I stand at this cliff's edge and feel the sea tug at my soul, I wonder, am I meant to calm these waters or crash the waves? Tonight I engraved my given family name into a pearl and cast it to the tide. If I'm to find peace, it must be without clinging to shorelines. Third storm of the Kraken's breath. The Shangwan took the children before dawn, 22 souls, vanished in the spray. Their high priest wore a crown of barnacles and eyes like drowning moons. He told me the sea has grown hungry again. I gave him a choice, and he chose poorly. I've learned something strange. There's a rhythm to the rage, a pulse like a living thing. It shifts with intent, the tide. The stars above the sea of echoes do not match those in other skies. Something deeper stirs beneath the ocean's floor, something older than language. I want to find it. Not to kill it, or at the very least not yet, but to understand why even the depths must scream. My first duel. His name was Captain Hurst, a loud, cruel man who ruled Port Shallon like it was a private empire. He had 6 men and a sword curved like a fisherman's hook. I didn't have a name then, only the sword that my master left behind for me, and a promise that I barely understood. He accused me of stealing. I hadn't, but someone had to take the blame. I could have begged, but I didn't. I bowed instead. My feet were wrong, my stance was off. The wind fought against me, but when I drew the blade and the crowd fell silent, I saw my eyes. I saw his eyes change. He had lived not by honor, but by blood. And in that moment, he knew I had something he had never found. The duel ended in a single strike. I cut through his sash, not through his flesh. I left him standing in his shame. The port watched, and they laughed. They never forgot, and neither did I. That day I became a blade that walks. A Kraken's Pact. I descended in a pressure cloak, a gift from the deep sages of Nautilin. The current pulled at my thoughts, a heartbeat like a war drum. The Kraken's lair was older than maps and larger than any city I've seen. Its name was Vel-U-Rakan. I did not speak aloud. Its voice pressed into my bones like thunder inside of a tomb. It had shattered fleets, swallowed empires whole. And it remembered me. And it put mercy on me. I offered to trade knowledge for its mercy. In return for seizing its assaults on the Sapphire wrote, I would bring it truths from the surfeit, art, philosophy, dreams, music, and maps not drawn in conquest but in curiosity. It agreed, slowly but begrudgingly, it agreed. Since then I have returned every 7 tides with something anew. A child's painting, a blind poet's verse, a broken compass. He has not destroyed another vessel since. But I feel it's restless. And I wonder what happens when the sea's hunger for wonder is no longer sated. And you see far more drawings, more of the ocean, more of animals, and less of the people that were drawn in the beginning. You're not too sure why. But there is one person that keeps being drawn over and over and over again. A smaller woman, long flowing clothes, long hair, freckles on her face, a few cuts around her neck, either from battle or from torture, you're not exactly too sure. It seems like these illustrations are put more thought and care into it. And then the journal entry appears and it says, 18th reign of the quiet, my lost love. Elarin was a healer. She once soothed the soul back into a drowning man, or so the villagers said. She laughed like wind chimes and walked with a limp from the time a reef snake bit her leg. I met her after being wounded in the Battle of Splitwave Cove. She told me my wound was shallow, but my grief was deep,
When we were little, we discovered how much fun
and that she could only fix one of them. I stayed longer than I meant to. Weeks, months, a year. We built a house on the shore from driftwood and a memory. But the sea doesn't keep what it wasn't anchored. The storms came early that year, and she went to save the lighthouse keepers during the Great Flood. I told her not to. She then took my hand and gave it a kiss, and she said, who else would go? The sea took her. I still return to the island. Though the house is long gone, sometimes the wind carries her laugh across the waves. I never know if it's because of memory or through mercy. And as you keep flipping the pages near to the end of the journal, there's no more illustrations. The illustrations that were there get lesser and lesser. Half drawings, half paintings, half everything. Eventually it leads to an illustration of a sword on a beach, covered in blood. Today I was asked to kill a man who deserved to die. Vitrin's Reach is a salt-crushed island built on old fishing superstition, and even older scars. I arrived to quiet celebration. My name has reached them before I did. It made me uneasy. People who cheer your shadow often misunderstood your light. He brought me to a barn. Chained and silent within was a man. Margan Lure, a whaler turned cultist, who fed his crew to the tides in exchange for stormless routes. He confessed to it all, and did even flinch when he spoke about it. Said the sea demands payment, and he only collected the debt. The townfolk demanded justice, but what they wanted was an execution. A blade in his throat, a hero's cheer, and a memory they can polish like silver. And I stood there, and I hesitated with my sword drawn. Is my blade meant to kill, avenge, protect? If I kill him, I fulfill their hunger, not their healing. If I spare him, do I betray those he harmed? What does a sword do when neither choice feels clean? I left him alive, shackled but breathing. I told him justice is not a moment, it is a weight. If they truly wanted to carry it, they keep him around and remember what he did. Every day, without hiding it behind a corpse and a cheer. Some spat at me, others wept. I don't know if I did the right thing, but I didn't do the easy thing. Maybe that's what makes a difference. Maybe not. The sea was still when I left, but I swear it was watching. And eventually, Bayhorn, you turn over to an illustration that leaves you a little bit shocked. It's a singular eye staring at you. And you've seen that eye before. And the final journal entry says, "The sea between worlds. They say there is a current that runs not through water but through existence itself. The elves call it Althura, the eternal stream. The Gith whisper of it as if it was called the Between, a realm where thought and matter bled together. But to me it's a sea. The sea between worlds is not a place you find on a map. It's not even a place you find on purpose. It finds you. In the moments between breaths when you ship crests a wave and just for a second, there's no sky, there's no sea, there's only silence. I have been there. I fell through a storm that had no lightning, only memory. I remember colors that had no names, the feeling of sailing through dreams of dead gods. There were islands there, vast and wild, each built from the discarded thoughts of realities long since broken. Time doesn't flow there. It pulls, it loops, it crashes against itself and sings in a language older than magic. I've met something there. Someone. A person, a man or woman that I don't know, made out of starlight and oil. They asked me a single question. If you could shape the current, would you sail it or change it? I didn't answer. I didn't know. What I do know is this. There are places in our world where the sea between worlds laps around the edge of reality. Whirlpools that don't end and mirrors that reflect the wrong moon. Songs that no one remembers writing. That's where I listen the hardest.
When we were little, we discovered how much fun it
That's
is to move.
where I know I'm not alone. And that's where I'm going to take my vinyl voyage. And that's where the book ends.
So I assume that means that he joined the architect and is now guarding the black hole ever since.
That's what you think. Bayhorn, as you're currently overlooking this book and you put a close to it, you feel something resonating on your back pocket. It feels hard like a lump. Again.
Again. It's like Bubbles can't fit in my pocket as he fumbles around, like kind of doing that thing where you like stick your ass like forward in the air when you're sitting down to try and get your wallet or something out of your pocket. And he's like, "What the fuck's in my pocket?
Mm-hmm.
What is this?" And he pulls out whatever it is.
It's your shell.
And it just so happened to make itself known right now of all times.
As you're looking at your shell, you see words being scrawled in like a golden ink at the very back, at the back label, or the back where the book covering is at. And it reads, "If someone is reading this, then the shell found its way to you. Good. I'm far beyond the tide now, where the stars sink and time forgets itself. The storm that swallowed Seraph's teeth was no accident. It was a gate, an invitation, and I accepted. There's a current here that flows through all planes. As a mariner sage once called it, the sea between worlds, and that's what I call it too. The things that dwell here are not evil, they are misunderstood, adrift for too long from their homes. I still carry my blade, though I draw it rarely. Sometimes all that's needed is to listen. If you must call me, do so with compassion, not command. I will answer. I always do." And the letters disappear from that.
How did Bayhorn summon Zen the first time? Didn't he blow through the shell?
How did you summon it the first time?
I think I remember I blew into the conch and it made a very eerie foghorn-esque sound.
Mm-hmm.
Bayhorn is going to try again, but instead of doing this with the mentality of it wanting services or anything like that, it's more just out of curiosity. Something more pure than violence or greed or want of control.
As you blow through the shell, it doesn't create a loud war horn. It's silent. Too silent. Before something rings in your ears that sounds like you putting a shell to your ear and you can hear the ocean waves. You smell the sea salt of ocean water hitting a sandy beach. You feel a cool breeze, something that you haven't felt in a long time, since being on Tidehome or even the island before that. But you don't see anybody.
Do I sense the presence of Zen?
Roll me a perception check.
A 19.
You feel like something was summoned, but you don't know where it's at.
Is there a window in the forge room?
No, there's not.
Uh,
There's several vents to keep the place very air ventilated, but there's no windows.
Bayhorn will he'll keep the conch at his ear, but he'll wander outside the ship.
All right. As you start to wander around, Kayasaya, at this point in time, you've already been awake for about a few minutes. And as Bayhorn starts to make his way outside of the ship, you do see him with a conch shell in his ear, and he's just roaming around the halls.
I'm not gonna question that.
Fair enough. Fukler, it's also early morning for you, and you're just barely waking up. What would you like to do?
People need breakfast.
As you get out of your crew quarters and you start to make your way to the mess hall, you do run into Bayhorn roaming around with the shell on his ear.
Bayhorn?
Huh? I'm on a phone call. I gotta go. And he keeps walking.
What does that mean? Whatever.
Whatever.
Time to make breakfast. What should I make today? What should I make today? Do the voices in my head have any opinion on what breakfast is?
Waffles.
Okay.
Waffles.
Waffles.
Bayhorn subconscious thought, what do you think?
I want a bowl of cereal.
That is probably going to be the most hard thing to make. I'm going to be
That
so real
no,
with you.
legitimately here, yeah, that is the hardest thing to make.
That is what I want. I want a bowl of cereal when I come back inside.
How the hell? What the hell is a cereal?
What is a cereal?
What the fuck is a kilometer?
What the
You're
fuck
getting
is a kilometer?
cornflakes.
At least add some sugar to it.
You got it.
All right, fair deal.
Can you actually like candyfy like cornflakes? Like, can you
can.
melt sugar and then pour them
I was
over
gonna say-
them and like mix them up real quick?
For his cereal, you can just make mini pancakes. And then,
Tiny itty bitty pancakes.
yeah. And then pour hot milk over it.
Hmm.
Or you
Hot
could do
cereal?
cornbread cereal.
I'm not as evil as to pour hot milk over cereal. That sounds like
appreciate that.
that sounds like torture in some countries.
If
No,
if
no,
you
no,
gave
no,
me
no.
that, I would willingly roll at disadvantage.
No. Like-
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
It's a hot
Yeah.
cereal, and the best hot cereal is cornbread cereal, and it's delicious.
I'll just believe you.
Ask Adrian.
What?
Adrian, have you eaten hot cereal?
What do you mean hot cereal? Like warm milk?
Yes.
Yeah. Is that a bad thing?
How was it?
It was fine. It was good for like a cold day. You also know that hot cereal is just called porridge or oatmeal, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It was good.
When I think about
Is
cereal,
hot
I
cereal
think about
a soup?
It-
Hot cereal is a soup.
Hot cereal is not a soup. A soup requires meat, veggies, and hot liquid. It does not have meat.
I guarantee you there's animal byproducts in cereal.
All right.
I don't think
I
that
think
is
hot cereal
and
is
I'm
in
not
fact
getting into
a
this.
soup.
I'm not
Is
getting
cereal a
into this.
soup? Cereal's not a
cold
soup.
cereal is not a soup because
Cereal-
it's cold. You don't eat soup
Okay.
cold.
All right. Fine. So let me get this a little bit more specific. Is oatmeal a soup? All right.
I get to 13th century peasants, I think they would classify it as a soup. I
Are you a
genuinely
13th
think
century peasant?
so. No, but by that standard, I think today it also qualifies as a soup.
Grains and nuts are typically used to make cereals and are not considered meat or veggies, so cereals are not soups. If anything, oatmeal's a stew.
I can agree on that.
I can agree with Stu.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
agree with Stu.
Okay, we can agree on this then. I'm glad
I can agree on Stu.
I'm
That's
glad
fair.
we, as a collective, can agree on something, and the United States government cannot. Anyways, so is that what you're gonna
You
make for
said it,
breakfast?
not me.
I'm going to make Bayhorn. How do you even make cornflakes? Usually you'd freeze dry them. And I don't exactly have a vacuum chamber on hand.
But you do have a cold breath on hand.
Do have cold breath on hand. I have dry ice on hand, which is easier to use. But I don't have a vacuum chamber. Let's do this. Let's go with Kaisayasan. We're gonna make it the chunky type of cereal, which is like the big pieces of cereal that you eat. We're gonna make a bunch of tiny pancakes. We're gonna put them in a bowl. Put them on ice for like a good 10 minutes. So they're nice and rocky. And then we're going to give you some cold ass milk to put in there.
Okay.
And then once that's done, we're going to give you a handy bowl of cereal. And everybody else, unless specified otherwise, is going to get waffles.
All right. So, Fukler, as you start to prepare your breakfast, and you kind of see the early morning sunlight come inside the ship's window from where you have a window to look out whenever you're cooking and waiting for your various meals, you notice something different about the outside. You see a lot of blue.
Don't
What
tell
is
me I
that?
summoned the ocean again.
What does that mean? Like water?
Like waves. Clear.
Oh.
Very clear.
Oh.
But you're not shifting. You're on solid ground, so you're not in the ocean. But on your angle, you see the ocean.
Oh.
Sai, as you're roaming around the halls and you look out a porthole window, you look outside. You're like, that's not, you turn back again. And you're like, why is there a house outside? And why is there sand everywhere?
Why
I'm gonna
is
go
there a
outside.
house outside?
Bayhorn, as you open the door, the airlock to go outside, you are blasted with this ocean wind and sea salt air, and you're just like, what the fuck has happened?
I mean, Bayhorn's a smart cookie sometimes. He can logically conclude that this is because he blew on the conch shell, nothing happened inside.
Roll me an intelligence check.
Fine. I will.
Please get a natural one. Please get
I
a
rolled
natural
a 16, bitch. Fuck you.
Oh, it would have been
Please
funnier.
get a natural one. Please get a
It
natural
would have
one.
been funnier.
Well, you know what? It didn't happen, so fuck you.
All right. You open up the door and you realize, yeah, I probably did something, and you hear footsteps of your captain coming to your side.
I'm gonna keep walking.
You walk out to the wing and you see it's kind of situated where you kind of have to jump off the wing a little bit to like get onto the sandy beach. It is at the very least you can see it's an island. You see sand that kind of like caresses over to the corners of your vision. So there's definitely something more beyond. The ocean is clear, the sun is shining, it's nice and warm, or nice and cool thanks to the wind as well, and there's little to no clouds in the sky. You do see farther down your vision, you notice a lighthouse that is slightly destroyed on the top, where it would no longer be operable to run. And there's no actual path to the lighthouse. It seems like the water has risen to a point where there's no path you can walk along sand or bridge to get to the lighthouse. And you see closer to you is a small little home.
Lighthouse, you say? Would it happen to be the same lighthouse as the one in the journal?
I don't know. You know there's a lighthouse in the journal, but you don't know about this lighthouse. It's the first time you've ever seen it.
No clue.
No clue. You don't know. Fucking idiot.
Idiot.
Get rotated.
Get rotated.
I do that to Angel all the time whenever she's laying down in the perfect position. I literally go up to her, grab her legs, rotate her, and I say, "Get rotated, idiot," and I leave.
That's crazy, dude. How could you do that to her?
It's
It's
adorable.
great. Shelby does it too.
Oh, well, shit.
Get rotated, idiot.
Not as much as him though.
Shelby,
I
did
can
you turn off the
imagine.
hot water?
No.
Let me go check. Let me go check.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Your
There goes
light
our
bill's gonna be
elect-
crazy.
This girl's our electricity bill.
I was gonna say, y'all bill go crazy now.
Have fun paying for power, idiot.
Get powered, idiot.
Actually, we're in luck. I totally forgot. I already turned it off.
Oh, well, look at that.
Look at you, Mr. Responsible.
I know.
I know, right?
That's great. Anyways, Bayhorn, you walk out into the sun, and Kaisai, you see the same image as what Bayhorn sees as well.
I'm gonna check because Mechanus is very, easy to tell based upon the arcane nature
Mhm.
of the weave, and because it's so connected to time.
Oh, we're gonna
Mhm.
get kicked out of Mechanus.
I'm gonna check. Are we even
Could be.
still in Mechanus?
Roll me an Arcana check.
I'm gonna start with Barb's at.
How low did you roll? Damn, a 20. Damn, that's pretty low for you.
It is low for me, so I'm gonna roll with advantage now.
Roll a 19. I dare you.
29.
29.
29. So, as you feel the air around you, you feel a strong sense of teleportation magic. But it's also temporary. Like this teleportation magic that was occurred upon your ship and everyone in it is not going to keep you here.
Hey, Bayhorn. Whatever you did to teleport us ain't gonna last that long.
I didn't even know we were teleported. I'm gonna go. Bayhorn keeps walking.
Also, Chakna walks up behind you, Kaisai, and he says, "Why are you blaming Bayhorn? What if it was Fukler this time?"
No, it was me.
Oh, never mind. I try to give you the benefit of doubt.
It was me.
I don't know. Sometimes you can tell what kind of shenanigans is from who. This feels like a Bayhorn.
That
Bayhorn waves the conch shell in response.
feels slightly racist.
No. It was with deduction.
Pretty racist.
I saw
And
him
not
with the
just-
conch earlier.
Oh, okay, then yeah, that actually makes sense.
And next thing I know,
Wait,
we're
how does
here.
he still have it? Didn't it go away?
I don't know. I'm choosing to not look for that answer right now. I'm a little more concerned that we were teleported.
Man, it'll be fine.
Just go do your thingy that you need to do. I don't know. What the fuck are we doing
Man,
here?
Bayhorn's nowhere near you anymore. I don't know what you're talking about. Bayhorn's already gone. He's already doing his thing.
Annoyed.
Annoyed.png.
Yep.
So what's going on here, Adrian? What? I walk. What do I see? Adrian?
As you walk around, what you see is it's a very small island, enough for you that even for you to walk like 20 minutes around the whole island, you end up back at the ship. And all you really see is several palm trees, enough that fills the flora of the main island in the middle. You don't see any animals. You don't see any birds. You see the trees have like coconuts and stuff on them, so there's at least some sort of nourishment.
Bayhorn's gonna walk to the lighthouse because it feels like that's what he's supposed to be doing right now.
As you walk over to the lighthouse, you see that the lighthouse is not connected to anything. The water is too high for you just to simply walk to the lighthouse.
So what is it? Just void?
It's
Like,
water. It's just ocean. And it
oh, okay.
feels, and it looks like it's a little bit far away, probably like about 100 feet away from the mainland.
Okay. Can I do a thing?
What would you like to do?
I have access to the shape water spell.
Mm-hmm.
Part of it is that I can freeze the water. Can I
Okay.
just make my own little stepping stones by freezing the water at my feet as I walk?
That's very intuitive. You can, yes.
Then I will do so.
As you freeze the water in place and you start to make your way up to the lighthouse, as you freeze the water starts to solidify and get clear, and as you're aiming your magic downward and you're looking up and looking down to make sure you don't take a misstep, as you look down, you see bodies, skeletons, dozens of them.
Oh.
And you see beneath the bodies, there's wooden planks. You see ropes. It seems that there was a
Oh.
bridge here.
The flood.
And by the time you actually get to the lighthouse, you hit a wall. There's something stopping you from actually stepping foot to the lighthouse rock.
Can I get a sense on what I need to do to get through?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Alrighty. I will do so. I will roll a dirty 20.
You have no idea. Either this is an illusion or this is the actual place that you were transported to, but there's something blocking you. You don't know how to get through it.
I'm going to reference my book and conch for assistance.
Okay.
Does anything conveniently pop up on it?
No, actually.
So I'm just here. He's gonna try and remember what he can and flip through the book about this lighthouse. Because there was an event in the book with the lighthouse.
There was, yes. The only event that you saw that mentioned this lighthouse was that the storm came early, and this woman, Alarin, went to save the lighthouse keepers during the Great Flood. He didn't want her to go, and she said, who else would go? And the sea took her. It says in the book that he still returns to that island. But he says in the book, the house is long gone. The house is still here.
Okay, maybe he's in the wrong spot then. He'll go to the house instead. He'll make his way back.
As you go make your way back to this house that has been built out of, some driftwood. It's been polished, cleaned, still a little bit grimy and messy from the open air of the sea hitting it.
Mhm.
You see that it's fairly protected, so it's not like there's wind coming in or rain will seep through. Maybe on a bad storm, maybe. You take the handle and you open the door, and there's nothing alight in here. It's a small home. There's a table. There's a small little fireplace that you can cook something in a cauldron or hang meat over the fire. There's a small little area to wash any cooking dishes or utensils. There's a bed, probably enough to fit 2 people if they snuggled close together. There's
And
nothing
there's-
really out of the ordinary here.
Okay. Interesting. Does Bayhorn get the sense that he's supposed to be doing something
You don't get any sense at all. You're just exploring.
here?
Yeah.
I guess he'll wander the house for now then. And he'll
Not
just
that
kind
much-
of look
yeah.
inside, check the bedrooms and all that. Maybe he can find more stuff to read.
It's not that big of a house. There's not really much to read. You don't even need to roll an investigation check. It's just empty.
This is super weird, and I don't know what to do. He's going to listen into the conch shell again and see if he can't hear anything besides just the waves crashing.
You hear wind chimes.
Do I hear wind chimes on this island?
You hear it in the shell.
I know, but can I hear it corresponding on the island anywhere?
It starts to feel like it is outside.
Then
And it's
Bayhorn will just follow the
loud.
conch.
With Fukler and Kaisai, you also hear wind chimes, even through the ship.
I was standing outside on the beach.
Oh, okay. Fukler, in the middle of your breakfast making, you also hear wind chimes as well. But Bayhorn, you walk out, and Kaisai, you see Bayhorn walk out of the ship, or out of the house. And as you walk outside, you see in the distance, on the ocean, standing upright in a long gown that is touching the water and seeping inside of it, is a woman. That same woman that you saw in the journal that was drawn. The woman that you can refer to as Alarin.
Bayhorn will just wander over there and kind of walk up. Not directly next to her, maybe a bit farther away. A courteous distance for strangers, and say, "The nice island that's on here. I read about this place."
You hear her giggle, and she turns around, and you see as she turns around, the skin that you can see on her arms, on her neck, on her face is tattered. Like she's been bludgeoned, cut over and over and over again. She gives you a bow, and then she just turns around, and the wind chimes still appear, and she just flows into the ocean. And she disappears.
What does the conch shell sound like now?
You hear a man weeping.
And does it kind of mirror in real life again?
You see at the lighthouse a younger version of Zen, currently on his knees, his fist to the ground and his head hanging low, aimed to the ocean, and he's just weeping. And then suddenly, You hear a crackle of lightning and the roar of a large tsunami wave. You see in the distance a wave too big to comprehend is going to hit the island before it flash, and you're standing just outside the ship back on Mechanus. And Kaiosai, you see that flash of energy too, and you see that you're back on Mechanus as well.
Interesting.
I guess that's what happened.
Was it helpful, Bayor?
I don't know what it was, but that was the day Zen lost his lover.
Useful information.
It's definitely information. I don't know about how useful it is, but
Any information can be
the
useful.
conch and the book seem to resonate with each other.
So, where'd you get the conch? I thought it was lost.
No. I can't use it. Like, the
Oh,
magic in it is gone mostly, but I've always had the conch with me.
okay.
At least I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Things seem to find their way back to me if I need them.
You do seem to have a collection of sentient things.
Look, it's not my fault. Probably not. I happen to like all my sentient things, thank you very much.
I'm not saying that you didn't. Just saying you have a habit of collecting, sentient beings or objects.
Speaking of objects, where's my deck of wonder?
And what an odd habit to have.
Where's my deck of wonder, I wonder?
Why do you want
Get
your
it? I wonder.
Oh
Why
my
do you
God.
want that?
No reason.
Oh no, there's a reason.
Bighorn wanders back inside. Oh, which pocket did I put it in?
What are you doing?
Preston, is my cereal ready? Have you figured out how to throw together a bowl of cereal?
Something along the lines, if you could call it cereal.
We call it cereal in this world. Where is it?
Ukur will press his lapel. Here. Adrian.
Right next to you. Hello?
Shelby?
Sorry,
Hello?
Is that
my Discord froze.
Hello?
I'm
Can you
here.
hear us?
Hello. I don't think Adrian can hear us.
Oh,
I think
hello.
I think he went deaf.
Hello. Hello, hello.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Hello?
Hello.
The animatronics do get quirky at night.
Oh Lord. Can
We
you
just
hear us?
lost our DNS server to Google for just a solid second there, Shelby.
Oh, I knew it was something
Yeah.
with Starlink. Starlink's been acting all fucking crazy all day.
Yeah. Yeah. Starlink lost its connection to Google to the 8888 DNS server.
Yep, that would be a Google thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a Starlink issue, which is why I'm looking to replace Starlink.
Mm-hmm. Still keep it on the back burner, but not have it activated.
Exactly.
Anyways, sorry. Hoopler, what were you saying there? The last thing I heard was you saying you hit your lapel.
I hit my lapel and ask, Bayhorn, where are you?
I'm right next to you. What are you talking about?
How did you get here?
I walked.
Aren't you?
walked.
I thought you were outside.
Yeah, I came back inside.
I don't like
What's
how
up?
much of like an elder being you're becoming. It's too scary. You should stop.
What's up?
Cereal.
Ooh, cereal.
Cereal.
How's
I don't
the
know
giant
what it
sword?
is or wherever you got this idea from. It's sitting over in the kitchen with a tinier chef's hat on its hilt.
Bayhorn looks over in the kitchen.
He's trying his best, okay?
We need to
He's
get
really
you
out of
some.
his element here.
We should really find a way to make a sheath that.
You're not gonna be able to.
Well, no, there are ways. I just don't exactly know how, and that's
Why
gonna
do
be
you need
more
to
of a
find a
next year
sheath for it?
problem.
You'd probably do better at finding a harness for it.
I mean a sheath that makes it disappear into its own pocket dimension, so when you pull it back out, it's not the same as taking out a slab of metal.
What, should I just
Something
get a bag of holding, wrap it around the end of the hilt, and then keep it that way?
something like that. Something that can either
Nah,
shrink the blade or
you
transport it to a
you
pocket
need
dimension.
a if you need
Too
something to
sharp.
hold that big blade in, you need a few Trojans on your side. Keep it in your back
Oh,
pocket.
shut the hell up. Shut the hell up.
Anyways,
You absolute goober. You
don't mind
goose.
me. Continue talking. I am just here.
Anyway, I'm gonna eat my cereal. How's it taste?
Oh, roll a d100 for
It's a bunch of
cereal.
For
it's a
cereal.
it's a bunch of practically dried out pancakes being soaked in cold
Mm,
ass milk.
That's
you know,
dude.
we could do better the next time around.
Hey man,
I give it a
I am
pass
limited
first
by
time
the
doing it.
technology on my time. You can't pass. I made this for you.
No, no, I'm gonna eat the whole thing because it still tastes good because you made it. But we can do better the second time around because it's the
The
first time we've ever had
texture's
to do
off.
this.
The taste is there.
Yeah, it's cold. It tastes a
It's
little.
crunchy. I guarantee you it's crunchy. I guarantee.
I don't.
No, it's
Ew.
pretty crunchy. It just, textures. I don't know if I want crunchy pancakes.
This
I
is
think it needs to
also
be thinner. A thinner crunch, maybe.
hmm. If I made thinner pancakes, I would burn them. So how?
Flash fry him? Wow, Discord's having great big problems.
Damn.
Hey,
Quarter
Discord
time.
back.
I already paid him. It's called favors, and they get really big sometimes. I think my 2 payments recently are gonna cover for me for the next 10 years.
Hello?
Hello.
I don't know about
First it
Hello,
was the
hello?
warlock, and second it was the sword. I think I'm good for the next 10 years.
Hello?
Adrian can't hear us once more. Google DNS is absolutely having a field day.
I see that.
Is Discord just having trouble, or is it Starlink?
That's a good question.
Anyway, I'm kidnapping you, Fukler, after breakfast. We're gonna do something fun.
What are we doing?
You'll see. It'll be fun, I
Hello?
promise. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Can you hear us?
Hello?
Come
Hello?
back to the land of the living, and not the land of broken DNS servers.
Bro, Shelby, are you good?
I'm good.
Okay. I'm good now. Sorry, what were you guys saying before we got fucking nuked out of existence?
I was saying, like, good breakfast. I'm stealing Fukler after breakfast. We're gonna go do some fun shit.
Okay. So I will
Are you
say
guys
that
gonna gate hop again?
No.
I don't like-
Actually, you have a blank space on that cube, right?
Are you lying? I think you're lying. I'm not against it. I just need to know if we're going to gate hop because there's things we gotta do first.
You have a blank space on that cube.
Yeah, but
We'll think
yeah.
about it. We'll think about it.
Are you gay?
No, we're not. No.
No, we're gonna go wander around.
That does not reassure me.
Anyway, Bayhorn drinks the rest of his cereal and walks out to grab a few things and said, "All right, Fugler, meet me on the landing pad."
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
You're gay hopping again, aren't you?
No,
No. Why do you keep thinking that? Guys, how dare you?
stop gaslighting us. It's not healthy.
I'm just calling it how I see it.
You're gaslighting.
Yeah, it's
don't
like gatekeep
appreciate
girl boss, I guess.
Well, then if you're not gonna gate hop, what are you gonna do?
Explore.
Where?
Nunya.
See, that's where I keep going back to gate hopping.
We're not gate hopping. I'm just not telling you what we're doing. You can't just assume. Assuming is bad. Assuming
I'm-
gets you killed. I thought you would know that because you like logic so much.
I do know
Assuming
that,
makes
but
sense as you
I'm
and me.
trying to deduce what's going on here, so I know where my two crew members are going.
We're going to explore. That's all you have to know. I don't
Explore
know.
where? That's all I want to know.
We're exploring outside.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, see, I don't know what you're
Okay.
freaking out about.
Exactly.
Okay.
This is
I'll
exploring
leave you
outside.
be. I'll leave
Alright,
you
see you
be.
in 10 minutes, Cookler. Bayhorn walks out.
What a nice guy.
All right. With breakfast been served and a lot of banter happening between the two of you and the captain, what are you gonna do now, Captain Kayasaya?
Oh, you can focus on them. I'm more curious what the fuck they're doing.
All right, she
You're
said
gonna
it.
wanna do something first.
Kayasaya
do?
will continue to work on the ship for the remainder of the day.
Something so basic. What
Yup.
would you like to add to the ship or work on the ship for?
I'm gonna work with Finnegan on the plans on trying to make the ship have a deployable shield.
Oh, okay. Sure. All right. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check, and I'll have Finnegan roll as well. That actually sounds like a good idea.
Oh my god. How can a silvery barb that?
Man, she's having a rough time with this, isn't she?
A 25 is a rough time.
I know,
31.
crazy,
There you
right? 25 is a rough time.
Crazy.
So tragic.
Shut up.
Woe is me. I rolled a 9 for a 25. What'll I
You
ever
do the same fucking thing with your stealth.
I don't I don't silvery barbs my stealth check when I get that.
Okay. Oop.
I'm also
right.
trying to get the ship more powerful.
I will say, with your two combined rolls, it's not going to be able to happen today, but you are able to theorize a way to enhance a crystalline's ability to allow you to make a protective dome for the ship, almost like your shield spell, but at a much larger radius because it's the ship.
That's what I was going for.
Finnegan goes over to you and asks, "So, now that both of those idiots are out of our hair for a while, how do you want to do this? Do you want to do this as a protective barrier that bounces off weapons and other unnatural things, or do you want to just harden the armor?"
And the first option.
First option? We could always do it with the normal shield spell, but what if we go a little bit further than that? I know how to cast Globe of Invulnerability.
Well, then let's go that route.
It might be a little bit tougher if you're up for it.
Let's do it.
All
Protection
right.
of the ship is priority.
All right. Well, it'll be a shorter time frame. Unlike Shield, it won't last for ever, or at the very least, a long time. But imagine a globe of invulnerability around the ship when it flies with it. Oh man, we could withstand asteroids, beasts, and other things that come our way. At the
Exactly.
very least, as long as they don't get into the ship, then we'll be fine. All right. I'm gonna get started. Do you have any more crystalline?
I have 2 more.
You have 2 more? I am gonna need the biggest one for this project.
I hand him the biggest one I have left.
Okay. You're down left to 1 crystalline use for anything, upgrades or for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get to work. And with your combined rolls, I would say for the rest of your remainder of your time as you're working on the Globe of Invulnerability spell for the ship, he uses one of his own crystal balls to try to infuse it into the crystalline itself. Do you know how to cast Globe of Invulnerability? Do you know how to?
No.
No? Okay, so this is going to be more on Finnegan then.
I will be assisting him.
Alright. So with your combined rolls, you know it's possible, but now he's going to have to roll. And I'm assuming you're going to give him advantage with this?
Mm-hmm.
That's a base 20. Do you want to silvery barm him, or do you want to do something else for him?
I have a question.
What is your question?
So with the base success roll, it obviously will work. Will anything happen if we overshoot that roll?
Yes, of course.
Oh, fucking fuck. Yeah. Yes. Fuck. Is Fiabella nearby?
It could be, if you want to ask her.
Yeah, I'll ask her to come and cast the Barb so I can reserve my reaction.
Fiabella quickly makes her way to the engineering room, and you see that she's currently she's currently sweating a little bit. It seems like she was in the middle of like training. She's like, sorry, I was just practicing in the holodeck. Fukler coach has given us tasks to do on the day-to-day now. What is it you need?
Silvery Barbs.
Okay, on who? You or
Him.
Finnegan? Okay, tell me when.
Now.
Oh, and she casts it.
Reroll.
That's a 23.
Does he succeed?
He succeeds. He it's just if you want to hit that upper extra threshold, he's gonna need more.
I'll throw in guidance.
Okay. Damn, he's rolling like shit today.
And my spell disc, so that's an additional d4.
Oh. Okay. That's a 28. Is there anything else you wanted to do for him?
Unless Fiabella can give him bardic inspiration.
Fiabella can. That is a D8 going to him. Okay. With a threshold broken of a 30, you needed a 22 to pass. With a 30 broken threshold for Finnegan, because he's the one doing this, so it's a little bit harder on him. As he crashes the crystal ball into the ground, instead of focusing Globe of Invulnerability around him and around you for the spell to work, he throws that focus into the crystalline itself, and you see that the crystalline starts to crack a little bit, almost that it's rejecting this type of magic. You're not too sure if it's because the sentience inside the crystalline refuses it, or that something is going wrong with the melding of too strong power. but eventually that globe, it appears for a slight second around you, and then you see it get siphoned up like a vacuum or a whirlpool into the crystalline itself, and then the crystalline starts to glow that bright blue and yellowish hue, signifying that it's in the crystalline now. Okay. I think that was the easy part. Or, no, sorry, the hard part. The easy part would be installing it somewhere.
Well,
Alright,
that's what
where
we
do you
have
want to...
the rest of the day to figure out.
Let's do it. Where do you want to put it? Here in the engineering room, or where else?
We can do it here.
Alright. Let's get to it, shall we? It's going to take us about the rest of the day, maybe more, to finish. Thank you, Fiabella. Appreciate it. And Fiabella goes, yeah, you're welcome. I'm gonna head back now. Do you guys need anything?
Nope, that
Coffee, sandwiches, desserts? I found some good tiramisu. I kind of snagged it off of Fukler's secret stash last night.
She heard that.
was it.
I'm blaming it on Bubbles, if you're wondering.
Believable.
You're a monster.
Believable.
Believable. All right. Hoping to fully install this globe of invulnerability for any combat or any survival-based issues. Bayhorn and Fugler, what are you guys doing as you guys just shrugged off Captain Kaisai?
Yes. Okay. You know, I think we should go into a different call for our secret mission.
That's not a bad idea.
No.
Not a horrible
Can't
idea.
have prying eyes and prying ears.
Prying
to see
ears,
what we're
yeah.
doing. You know?
What do you mean?
You know, the DM has to be there to know what you're fucking doing.
Yeah, I kind of have to know.
The DM could be in Zavala's office right now.
The DM can be just as
Okay,
surprised as
okay.
anybody
You know
else.
what? You know what? Are you going to tell Shelby your plan then, and then I just leave and come back and you guys tell me your plan? I'll do that.
No.
Would you
What
like
do you
me
wanna
to
do
deafen
then?
This is a
myself so
secret
that you can say
mission.
the plan?
No. this
What are you
What's
up
the
to?
secret?
this is going to be a very exploratory mission. Eleanor will not be happy about this, depending on
no.
how well or how bad this goes. I'll just have to say oops sorry when I see him again. We are going to go to the bottom floor. We are going to wander back to that staircase.
Okay. You're gonna go to the staircase. You head over to the staircase. You see Bomb Bomb is currently running around. You do also see the young bard man and the child they're currently playing like a bit of chess as well. The bard looks over you and says, "Hey, how's it going?"
It's going pretty good. Don't mind the rain yesterday,
What do you
or
mean?
was it the day before?
Oh, that. Yeah, we were perfectly safe. One of the rocks hit your ship and it bounced off, but like a sort of bubble kind of appeared on the lower level here, so we didn't get hit by anything.
Well, that's good. Yeah, that was my bad.
Oh, well, warn us next time, alright?
I wish I warned myself. I didn't know I could do that.
Alright, well. Keep us updated on what you guys wanted to do.
Alrighty. Well, we're gonna go down here for a little bit, so we'll be back later.
Alright? And then you guys continue on.
All right, Fukler. We're gonna try and go to to Filinor's vault.
Oh.
You mean the secret stash he probably has here? I have no idea what homie has stashed away here.
What do you mean? You're him.
That
What would
mean-
you have stashed away there?
What would a lot of mechanist related shit. Shameful chronomancy magic item.
Oh, you're disgusting.
Call me
Alright,
disgusting as much as you
Bayhorn-
want. It's mechanist.
Bayhorn is going to go down and think vault.
Oogler's gonna follow right after Bayhorn, staring at him the entire time, trying not to lose him.
We're thinking Bayhorn, wherever he's going, Bayhorn, wherever he's going.
As you just think of where this vault would be, you
I have 3 places
eventually.
in mind.
Okay. As you eventually keep going down, you feel like you're going down the stairs almost forever. Eventually, you end up at a spherical chamber, and you kind of look around and you see interlocking rings. And there's 12 of them. And as you kind of like look around, the chamber will reorient itself as you move, almost like a gyroscopic environment. It's kind of weird. It kind of throws you off for a little bit.
Huh. What's in here?
And as you kind of look around and you look up, you see that there is a planetary model above you with a bunch of small moons and gears kind of ticking.
Oh god. It's like the observatory all over again. Can I make any heads or tails about all this?
Roll me an Arcana check. Fukler, you could also do so as well now that you're down here.
I rolled a 27. 19
Arcana?
plus.
Okay.
I got arcanic expertise, if that does anything.
Yeah, it does.
Boy. So a 23.
23.
Yep.
As you kind of look around, you see that with your Arcana checks in tune with the environment, you see the top one, the top interwoven locking ring, has like this weird little harmonic noise to it. Not noise of sound, noise of magic to it. But none of the other ones have the same one.
Put a little ring.
Yeah.
Wipes. What's the ring showing?
As you look at the interlocking ring, the one that is like humming with like this weird sound of magic, it reads in a very odd scripture. Do any of you... Let's see here. Let me look at my languages for this real quick.
I'm waiting for the day I get to use my my non-existent language that for some reason I know.
Dude, really?
Yes, I'm waiting for the day I get to use it. I picked it because I was like, it sounds cool, pretty cool. I didn't know it was
cool.
like the most rare language in the fucking Nine
It really
Hells.
was. Do any of you know Celestial?
Yeah.
Someone here does.
Fukler, you read the interlocking ring that's written in Celestial. On the outside of the ring, it says the word. I have it right here. Hold on. Shit. Where'd it go? It says Elysium.
Oh,
Hey, we were just there.
we were just there the other day. Yeah. That's a small world.
So is this entire room like a planetary observatory?
It's
do
not
any
an
of the
observatory.
What else is in here other than the giant planetoid projections? Is there any like I don't know, items
There's
in here?
not. There's no items in here. It's just the 12 interlocking rings in this circular-like formation. The area you're standing on, which when you turn, it feels like the room is turning with you as well. That's almost like forcing you to look to the first one that you saw, which is the one that says Elysium. And then the moons above, and then the planetoid structure is just a bunch of moons and starlight. You're not too sure if that has any use or it's there for light or decoration.
Where's Mechanus in this whole thing? Or
You
is this
start to
just of Elysium?
you start to look around, and they all have that same celestial writing, but in different type of scripture.
What do they all say then, Fugler? I know you can speak these people's languages.
You're racist.
You know what they're saying. What the fuck do you mean I'm racist? You're more racist than me.
No.
Yes,
Maybe.
very so.
Fukler's gonna try and read all of the Celestia.
You're gonna read the rest?
Mm-hmm.
As you read the rest of the celestial, they're all red. From the top, it says Elysium. You go one to the right, it says Aberea. Then Yisgard, Limbo, Pandemonium, Abyss, Hades, Gehenna, Nine Hells, Mechanus, Arcadia, Mount Celestia, Brightopia.
So all of these rings have these destinations written on them.
Yes.
How are they positioned?
They are all interlocked. And it seems like they're all interlocked in a way that it forms one giant ring.
So they're not sandwiched on top of each other, they're connecting at the edges?
Yes.
Weird. I have no idea what this is, but you said the Elysium one was like sounding, right?
Yes. Please
I'm
do
gonna
not look
touch
that
it.
up.
Don't
Yeah,
look
touch
that
it.
word up. That's a bad. I'm
Don't
sorry.
look that word up. Yeah, do not look that word up.
Wait, what word?
Don't worry
Don't
about
worry
it.
about it.
I want to know.
No, you don't.
What I do?
So Fukler's gonna touch the Elysium one.
Okay, you touch the Elysium one. Roll me an Arcana check.
Okie dokie. Delicious. Oh yeah, I need a long rest. I've slept since yesterday. Remember to do your long rests, kids. And before you say anything, I am in fact going to do a lucky on that Arcana.
Okay.
A little bit better. That's a 21.
21.
Yeah. Still rolling like dookie butt, but you know, maybe
Okay.
it's just time I change my dice out.
Felinor.
Huh.
Or at least an echo of Felinor appears before you, Fugler. And I want you to read aloud for you and Bayhorn this phrase. Let me write it down. In the stone block chat.
There it is. What does not... Oh, wait, hold on. Felinor looks at the paper he was trying to look fancy before. What does not belong to law or chaos, but serves both when needed?
The fucking riddle. Man, I'm bad at these. Fuck. Alright.
Where's the answer again,
Order?
Bartleby? Oh, right. I remember.
Wait, what does not belong?
Yeah. What does not belong to law or chaos, but serves both when needed?
Cedric, you better not be using the internet.
I'm not, I'm actually thinking and I don't know.
What does not belong to law or chaos? This is going to be a literal answer because the question is esoteric. So, what doesn't belong to law?
I was gonna say rules, but law kind of needs rules. Adrian, can I roll an intelligence check?
Sure, go ahead.
A 15.
You have no idea.
A hammer?
You say that out loud?
Yes.
Felinor in his voice calls you a stupid idiot.
Damn it.
Try again.
Fucking moron.
Bartleby, if they mess up one more time, grab the shotgun.
I have one of those too.
Bartleby, grab the 20 gauge. I don't want to use the good ammo on these plebeians.
It'll cost me more
What is-
to kill them than to bury
What is
them.
20 gauge?
20 gauge is the smallest shotgun shell you can use.
Okay.
You can go ahead and go for a wisdom or an intelligence check, Fugler, because this is a riddleistic, at the very least, as you can think of, a philosophical question.
A wisdom or intelligence?
It's up to you.
They're the same stat on both of them, so
Okay.
I got a 15, which is my score. So I'm using maximum brainage here. All engines revving.
All engines revving.
I was really thinking it was like a hammer or something.
Is it death?
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
You hear Bartleby rack a shotgun.
Bayhorn,
Wait.
Bayhorn wearily takes his shotgun out and says, I will use my special rounds in here. Don't test me.
You'll damage the goods if you do. Law or chaos?
It's not time, is it?
You'd say that about a lot of riddles.
Is that your final answer?
No, I'm theorizing with Preston.
Oh, okay.
Actually, you know what? Why am I trying to figure this out? I'm going to call somebody from the ship. I
Are
don't
you
know why
using a
I'm
lifeline?
trying to do.
Are you
I'm
using a
going to call a friend.
You're gonna call a friend? All right. We're gonna call a friend. Who are you calling?
I don't know yet.
All Felonor.
Yeah, I can't. He has that fucking blocker.
You'll get his voicemail.
Let me true. All right, who is the second smartest person on our ship?
You don't want
Nah.
to. You don't want to go for Kaya's side.
No, she can't know. I'm sticking true to the secret mission. I can't contact her.
Mm. Well, my
Ugh.
mind also goes to like neutrality or something. What does not belong to law or chaos but serves both when needed. When you're thinking about the D&D thing, it's neutrality, right? Usually they serve as the middle ground.
Fukler. You
Huh.
do, because you said the word neutrality or neutral, you realize that Elysium is a neutral good place. There is no law or chaos there.
I want to say it out loud, but I feel like I'm gonna get domed by Bartleby. And will the vault like self-destruct if we answer wrong too many times?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm
He said no too
risking.
many times.
Oh, he did say no. Oh. Mm.
I say go for it. You have good AC.
Something like neutrality or balance or something like that. But I can't figure out the one he's going for here. Ah, screw it. Fuku will look up at the old man and say, balance.
Balance?
Yes.
The Echo of Felnor kind of looks at you, kind of tilts his head, just shrugs, and he disappears.
Close enough.
You see the interlocking ring in front of you that says Elysium, and the other two that you can see that's in front of you, Fukler, that read Brightopia and Yizgard. They lock red.
Is that a bad thing?
You then now feel a resonance behind you. And that gyroscoping room shifts the whole entire room almost in like a whiplash. And now you are facing the ring that says the words Hades on it in Celestial. And you feel that same magical ring that is happening to it.
Oh boy, another riddle. Fugler's gonna touch this one.
Horn's gonna chamber his quarter shell.
What is it, a shell you filled with quarters?
No, it's a shell that I filled with a quarter of what I used originally with Genesis.
Here is the next riddle that in Felinor's voice I would like you to read out loud.
Yes.
What delights in tearing down the house that it lives in? Whew, that'll be a tissue. Delights.
For some reason, I wanted to go with termites.
Termites? No.
Is it- I mean,
So you're-
they do enjoy eating the house they live in.
Is that an answer?
No.
Okay.
Just stupid. I think I thought too literally.
All right. What are you guys' answers?
And this is the Hades one?
Yes.
Do I know anything about the realm of Hades?
Roll me a history, religion, or arcana check.
A
There has
natural
to be
20
something.
A natural 20.
to
Oh,
history.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. The natural 20 for Hades. It is I guess you could say it's a waste. Pure waste, balanced evil in between law and chaos. And that waste is in such a way that it seems like fire has ravaged the entirety
I
of
was
the
gonna say.
plane to a pure blackened ash, and that's all it's left. But it doesn't care because there's no law or chaos.
So fire.
You say fire?
I'll let Bayhorn say it if he wants to.
I'll
He rolled
say
a natural
fire.
20.
I'll just shrug and say fire?
Huh? What'd you say? Can you speak up? I didn't hear you.
Read this out loud, Felinor.
Did you say fire? I'm pretty sure you said you said fire, right, boy?
Yeah?
Oh, Bartleby, they got one.
And then he disappears, and then the three interlocking rings that you're facing go green.
Okay, so we got the first one wrong.
Oh, shucks.
It's gonna be like
Now-
a best 2 out of 3.
The room spins rapidly, where now both of you are on each other's backs, and you're turning to two opposite rings.
Wait, you mean we can't ask for help now?
You cannot see each other's rings.
What if I
Fugler,
turn my head?
it's like forcing you to look at your ring.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Fugler and Bayhorn,
Yes.
you're both looking at total opposites. One of them on the ring says the outer plane of Nirvana.
Like the
The
band?
other one says limbo.
Oh.
Cedric can't read Celestial.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
I don't,
So
I don't
Cedric,
know how to
never
read
mind.
Celestial.
Get out of there. Think of that. Don't think of anything. Jambalaya.
Jambalaya.
I have a question, Adrian.
What?
Isn't Primordial just a really old version of Celestial?
Yeah. If you want to,
I know how to read Primordial.
If you want to roll me an intelligence check for you to decipher what you're reading, you can.
Can I still read Barbs?
Sure.
Okay, I still read Barbs. 13.
So, you do not know what you're looking at. However, two different Felinors appear in front of both of you. The first one, Fugler, if you could read this out loud, tells this to you, Fugler.
the letter of the law and the spirit of it disagree, which one endures?
And then the other one that you can hear, but you can't see, this Felinor tells to you, Bayhorn.
If no path is right, and no rule is true, why walk at all?
What are your answers?
Am I gonna have to answer mine as a short answer? It
I don't
doesn't
know.
really seem like a single word kind of thing.
It's a short answer for both of you. I'll tell you that right now.
Thank you for the hint.
Does my ring look like anything? Like, do they all resemble their respective realms?
They don't look different. They all have the different scriptures of Celestial, though.
Mine depends.
Can I try again to read it?
Sure.
Actually, do they have? Is it just like foreign lettering, and I just can't read it?
Yeah.
Can I? Can I call back to Fukler? Hey, can you tell me what this says? And he's going to try and voice what each and every letter looks like.
God.
And he can recognize basically the letters, can't he?
Yeah.
So if he just spells it out, I'll tell him what the translation is.
Yeah. And the translation for you, Bayhorn, is limbo.
That's an easy way around not knowing how to speak Celestial. Does knowing that this realm is limbo and knowing this riddle help me infer anything at all?
A little bit, possibly. You're not too sure.
And which one was mine again?
Yours was the first one. If the letter of the law and the spirit of the law disagree, which endures?
Yes, I'm wondering which realm it was.
Yours was, I have it right here.
Nirvana, wasn't it?
Yours was Nirvana, yes.
Okay. If it's about Nirvana, then it's probably it's a good realm, right?
At the very least, you know it's a good realm, but you don't know if it's lawful, neutral, or chaotic.
Gotcha. That would have helped a lot, actually.
Can I roll
You
a
can roll me a
history
history.
check for
You
mine?
can roll me a history to see if you can figure it out.
Because mine is exactly like, if it's lawful, the letter will live on. If it's chaotic, the spirit will live on. Mine's extremely lenient on that. So I'll roll a history for that.
Yeah. And then you roll me a history check for you too, Bayhorn.
I'm gonna use my last lucky. Actually, no, I have another one. So
20.
13. Let's go.
13?
Yep.
So surprisingly, these checks aren't that hard. You only needed a 10 to figure out what type of realm it is. It's a lawful good realm. Bayhorn, for you, Limbo is a chaotic evil realm. Or sorry, not chaotic neutral. Sorry, Limbo for you is chaotic neutral. and Limbo is a lawful neutral. So you both have neutral, but one's chaotic on Bayhorn side, one is lawful on a Fugler side.
Can I roll an intelligence check to try and correlate these two things together?
Sure.
I rolled a 13.
What was mine, Adrian?
Yours was a lawful neutral.
Oh boy.
It's really, really philosophical.
Mine's a lawful neutral realm, Nirvana.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
I rolled a 13 for my intelligence check.
Roll 13 for your intelligence. And what were you trying to gather from your intelligence check?
I'm trying to correlate the two to help me find an answer.
There's
Does
not
the
really much of
realm
an
being chaotic neutral help me figure out a possible answer?
Not exactly. Do you have any answers?
I do. I'm going
What-
to answer one.
What is your answer?
The spirit of the law is what had it put in place in the first place. If a law is deemed unfit by the letter, it can be changed. So the spirit will live on.
Felinor kind of looks at you, gives you like a raised eyebrow. Never heard that one before.
Really?
The letter, until it is rewritten. And then he fades away. But what's weird is that the color doesn't turn red or green, it turns blue.
Oh! What?
You gave the correct answer in the wrong format. You get partial credit.
Okay.
And then suddenly, you get whipped around to see what Bayhorn's looking at.
Oh, this is what you've been working on.
Yeah, I don't know.
If the path is right and no rule is true, why walk at all?
To find the right amidst the wrong, and the truth amidst the fallacy.
You see that Felinor also gave you another, like, raised eyebrow, and he's like, hey, you're way more philosophical than I was. I was just gonna say to see what's around the corner. Oh well, and then he disappears. And it turns yellow.
Fuck does yellow mean?
I think we're getting Roy G. Biv here.
Roy G. Biv.
Yeah. I think we're getting all the colors of the rainbow here.
And then suddenly, gravity occurs, and you start falling.
Alright.
The floor opens up, and as you start falling down, you see a giant mural of a spire-like location with a donut ring city around the spire. And as you keep going downwards, you feel the effects of Featherfall appear, and you land on your feet. And you start to look
Okay.
around. It is dark. But eventually lights start popping up, one after the other, one after the other. Felinor, what would you have in your vault?
What would I have in the vault? I wasn't prepared for this equally as much as you weren't prepared for this, Adrian. I was
And
not
that's-
expecting Bayhorn
And that's
to
what we'll
be...
pick off next time. So I want you, Preston, to write me down what the fuck does Felinor have in his vault.
Got you.
Keep it a moderate amount of gold or coin or jewelry, but you could also add some very interesting items in there as well.
Got you.
So congratulations, you opened up his vault.
I didn't think that would work. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, so the answers for the 4 riddles. The first one was compassion. Because compassion does not belong to law or chaos, but it serves them both.
So he walked off, and he was like, "Close enough."
Close enough. The second one, was what delights in tearing down the house it lives in. When you guys said fire, I was like, damn, you guys got it right. Fire was the correct choice. The letter until it is rewritten, because no matter what, the spirit of the law will always uphold any law, even if it's unlawful.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the letter until it's rewritten. And then finally, if no path is right and there's no rule is true, why walk over all? The reason to walk is to continue on to see what's around the corner.
Well, I kind of got it right.
You kind of got it right. So you guys got access to it.
Yay.
So you guys have access to the vault. So, Felinor, I'm gonna need you to write me down some items, some ideas, coinage, artifacts, or paintings or whatnot. Like, what would Felinor have in a vault that he left on Mechanus? Basically,
He has a mosaic painting of him wearing this absolutely goofy-looking Chronomancer outfit. Like, he has a
Let's
clock
go.
on his forehead, and he has like a weird-looking staff with a clock on the top of it, and he has like practically a robe made out of watches.
So
Oh,
he's
so
satire towards Chronomancers.
no, dude, he's fucking Zillion from League of Legends.
God, no.
He looks absolutely insane because he was going through like chronomancy.
I want you to go on Google, and I want you to Google the base skin for Zillion.
No, not the base skin. He needs the Dancing Days Zillion skin. This is the one.
Yeah, that one too.
But yeah, if you look up Zillion, Zillion's just like this crazy mad time wizard.
Yeah.
Oh. You know, as
He-
much flack as I give Chronomancers, they're usually the craziest of the bunch, so they hold a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking cuckoo.
No
But
offense,
anyways,
Kaiasaya.
Thank you for playing this short D&D session. If those of you listening, if you still are, thank you. Yeah, very short D&D session. Cedric, let's hope you can possibly play a little bit on Saturday before you fly out. If not, that's totally fine. I understand. Fucking hell.
Fly out on Sunday.
You fly out Sunday, yeah, but I didn't want to keep you up too late, and then you guys
Man,
have
I don't
shitty
give
sleep.
a fuck.
Okay, then we'll see you Saturday.
I'll talk to Arlette about it. We'll see.
All right.
But
Well,
I mean,
here's
I
the-
leave. My flight's
I
at 2:30 ish
in the morning or in the afternoon?
in the afternoon.
Oh,
I'm gonna
you're
wake
fucking
up and
fine,
leave the
then.
house by like 10.
Never mind. You're fine. You're fine. We'll play D&D. All right. So then we'll play D&D this Saturday. We'll leave off with you guys exploring the vault and potentially leaving Mechanist because I have no idea what else you guys want to do here. But we'll see. But yeah, Preston, go ahead and write down some items, gold, whatever you think Felinor would have in his cuckoo crazy clock tower. But for
Got
now,
you.
Shelby and I are going to have dinner because we kind of skipped dinner thanks to D&D, so we're going to go get dinner now. So thank you guys for playing with us. We will catch you guys later. I might or might not see you guys later on tonight if I hop back on. If I don't, then good night, guys.
Good night, homie.
All right. Thank you for
Night.
playing. That was fun.
Pretty great.
Pretty great. Pretty great. Good night.